You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
It's Monday, July 6th. Let's talk about a trend affecting young professionals in Korea.
Yeah, and it's a pretty alarming one if you're not prepared for it.
Right. So picture you're a few years into your career, doing everything right, hitting your KPIs, but your relative market value is just quietly shrinking every single day.
Exactly, just eroding.
Yeah. Our mission today is to figure out if the massive economic data drops from this week mean your current career track is still viable, or if market forces are, well, basically cornering you into a hard pivot.
Well, the first massive wave hitting the shore here is a major talent drain into the semiconductor sector. I mean, it's driven by just astronomical compensation right now.
How astronomical are we talking?
We're looking at projections for Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix performance bonuses hitting hundreds of millions of Korean won.
Wait, hundreds of millions. So that's roughly, what, 140,000 to 350,000 US dollars?
Right, per person, next year alone.
Wow. It's like being on a variable rate mortgage, but for your career. Like if your skills are tied to the wrong benchmark, like traditional software instead of physical chip design, your relative value suddenly goes underwater just because of what's happening next door.
Yeah, that's exactly how it plays out, yeah. Especially in the university pipelines. Just look at Sungkyunkwan University.
Okay, what's happening there?
So for their open major students, meaning the ones admitted without a declared major, who get to pick after experiencing the coursework, a staggering 57.1% of them are now choosing electrical engineering over computer science.
Over CS, that's a huge shift.
It is. 2 years ago, software and computer science were totally undisputed. Now, physical chip design is just completely cannibalizing the talent pool.
But, I mean, this isn't just a hardware phenomenon, right? Because the exact same pressure, this sheer terror of obsolescence, seems to be driving a total panic in traditional sectors, too, like finance.
Oh, absolutely. The panic bridges directly over to how companies are treating artificial intelligence. Look at Shinhan Financial Group. They literally just forced 300 of their senior executives through a mandatory 2-day AI forum.
Okay, but executive forums are pretty standard, aren't they?
Right, but they didn't just sit and listen to lectures. They actually used AI agents as active debate evaluators.
Wait, how does that actually work in a room full of executives?
Imagine a VP pitching a new strategy on stage, right? And a large language model is running in the background, instantly flagging logical fallacies, crunching their financial models, and projecting counter-arguments onto a screen behind them in real time.
That sounds terrifying.
It's intense.
Yeah.
Building these core AI capabilities is no longer some, innovation initiative. It is an absolute organizational survival baseline.
I have to jump in here. If they are using AI to pressure test 300 senior leaders in real time, what on earth does this downstream reality look like for the junior analysts doing the grunt work?
Well, think about it. If an AI can instantly pressure test a VP's logic in real time, the junior analyst whose entire job was manually pulling the data and building that VP's slide deck is suddenly obsolete.
So the whole grunt work tier is just gone.
Completely collapsing. You aren't just competing with the analyst sitting next to you anymore. You are competing with the baseline efficiency of these autonomous AI agents.
So if I'm listening to this and I'm, say, a mid-level manager in marketing or HR, it sounds like my purchasing power is being diluted by a massive tech and AI arms race I'm not even participating in.
Precisely. And we see that dilution happening most aggressively in housing. From January to May 2026, 30-somethings purchased 40.9% of all Seoul apartments.
40.9%. How many units is that?
There's 14,103 units. They completely bypassed the previous COVID-era Yeongkkul peak, where, people were desperately scraping together every last one to buy a property.
Which explains why so many people feel like they're doing everything right, getting promoted, saving a good chunk of their paycheck. But the goalposts for buying a home just keep moving out of reach. The tech sector is literally moving the goalposts.
Right, the market is severely bifurcating. Those outlier earners monopolizing the real estate market are the ones securing those massive semiconductor bonuses or leading AI transformations.
And what about everyone else?
Well, meanwhile, supermarkets are surviving by pivoting to budget deli meals priced at a highly specific 3,900 Korean won, which is approximately 2.8 US dollars. They're explicitly catering to average office workers who are being squeezed out.
Unbelievable. We have record apartment purchases happening right next to exploding sales of sub-$3 single-portion dinners.
If you are 2 or 3 years into a non-semiconductor, non-AI adjacent career, your market value is actively declining relative to peers who pivoted toward those sectors. The Shinhan Executive Forum is a glaring leading indicator that unaugmented work that doesn't leverage AI, is rapidly being repriced down across all levels. Because outlier earners in these specific sectors are driving that record 40.9% housing market share, your generation's financial baseline is being set by sectors you may not even be in.
Leaves you wondering, with the Ministry of Education actively reviewing open major policies, how will government caps on electrical engineering placements artificially warp next year's hiring pipeline even further? That's today's AI Prism. Early career. This deep dive was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a WAN IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow. #CocaSBI.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.